Hello friends. Illustration number 3. What is the radius of a path of electron having mass 9 into 10 raised to minus 31 and charge 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb, moving at a speed of 3 into 10 raised to 7 meter per second in a magnetic field of 6 into 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla perpendicular to it? Then what is its frequency and calculate its energy in kilo electron volt. So here friends, the mass of electron is given 9 into 10 raised to minus 31, charge q 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19, velocity 3 into 10 raised to 7 and magnetic field 6 into 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. We have to find out the value of radius, frequency and energy, right? So we already know the formula of radius, right? R is equals to mv upon qb, right? So value of m 9 into 10 raised to minus 31, value of velocity v 3 into 10 raised to 7 upon charge q 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 90, value of b 6 into 10 raised to minus 4, right? So if we solve this, then we get the value of radius are 0.28, so 0.28 meter, right? So simply if we know the formula, then we can easily find out the value of radius r, right? Now we have to find out frequency f. So here we already know the value of velocity and we know the value of radius. So we know the formula v is equals to r omega, but omega 2 pi f, so r into 2 pi f. Here we have to find out the value of frequency. So here we formulate frequency f. So f is equals to v upon 2 pi r. So here velocity v 3 into 10 raised to 7 upon 2, value of pi 3.14, value of r 0.28, right? So if you solve this, then you get frequency f 1.6 into 10 raised to 7 hertz, right? So once again we have to find out the value of frequency. So here we know the value of velocity v, so v is equals to r omega, but omega 2 pi f, so f is equals to v by 2 pi r. So after putting the values of velocity pi and radius r, we can easily find out the value of frequency f. Next we have to find out energy E. So we know the formula, energy E is equals to 1/2 mv square. So 1/2 value of m 9 into 10 raised to minus 31, v square value of v 3 into 10 raised to 7 whole square, right? So here after solving this, we get energy is equals to 4.05 into 10 raised to minus 16 joule, right? But friends, we have to find out energy in kilo electron volt. So we already know the relation between electron volt and joule. 1 eV is equals to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. So if we have to convert joule into electron volt, then simply we have to divide this value by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. So E is equals to 4.05 into 10 raised to minus 16 upon 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. So we get 2.5 into 10 raised to 3 electron volt. So here 10 raised to 3, that means kilo. So energy E is equals to 2.5 kilo electron volt, right? So simply if we know the formula, then we can easily find out the value of radius, energy and frequency. Once again, to find out the value of radius, we use the formula R is equals to mv upon qb, right? Then we put the value of m, v, q and b. So we can easily find out the value of radius. Then to find out frequency, we know that v is equals to r omega, but omega is equals to 2 pi f, right? So here we formulate f, so we can easily find out the value of frequency. Then to find out the value of energy, E is equals to 1 half mv square. We know the value of mass of electron and velocity v. So we can easily find out the value of energy E. Then to convert the joule into electron volt, we divide 4.05 into 10 raised to minus 16 by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. So we get the answer of energy in electron volt, right? Now we move forward to our next example, that is exercise number 5. In exercise example number 5, see, what is the magnitude of magnetic force per unit length? We have to find out magnetic force per unit length. So F by L, because we have to find out force per unit length. So F by L. On a wire carrying a current of 8 ampere. So here I is equals to 8 ampere. And making an angle of 30 degree. So here value of theta 30 degree. With the direction of uniform magnetic field of 0.15 Tesla. So B is equals to 0.15 Tesla. So here we have to find out force per unit length F by L. We know the value of current, angle theta and magnetic field B. So we know that if there is a current carrying conductor, then equation of force F is equals to B sin theta, right? F is equals to BIL sin theta. We have to find out F by L. So here we take this L into left hand side. So F by L is equals to BI sin value of theta 30. So we know the value of B, that is 0.15. Value of I 8 and value of sin 30, that means 1 by 2, right? So if you solve this, then you get force per unit length F by L is equals to 0.6 unit of force Newton length meter. So force per unit length is 0.6 Newton per meter, right? So we have to find out force per unit length. We know the value of I, theta and B. So simply we know that if there is a current carrying conductor, then force F is equals to BIL sin theta. Here we take L to left hand side. So F by L BI sin value of theta 30. So we get force per unit length 0.6 Newton per meter. Then our next example is example number 6. A 3 centimeter wire carrying a current of 10 ampere. So here the length of wire is 3 centimeter. So 0.03 meter. Carrying a current of 10 ampere. So current I 10 ampere is placed inside a solenoid perpendicular to its axis. So here perpendicular. So theta will be 90 degree. The magnetic field inside the solenoid is given to be 0.27 Tesla. So here B 0.27 Tesla. We have to find out what is the magnetic force on the wire. So we have to find out the magnetic force. So once again, we know the value of length, current, theta, magnetic field. We have to find out force. So once again, if there is a current carrying conductor, then value of force F is equals to BIL sine theta, right? So F is equals to BIL sine 90 degree, right? Because here theta 90. But we know that sine 90 1. So here force F is equals to BIL, right? So we know the value of B 0.27. So F is equals to value of B 0.27, value of current I, that is 10, and value of length 0.03. So if you solve this, then you get answer, okay, 8.1 into 10 raised to minus 2. 8.1 into 10 raised to minus 2. Value of force 8.1 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton. So once again, here we know the value of length, current theta, and magnetic field B. We have to find out the value of magnetic force. So once again, we use the formula of force on a current carrying conductor. F is equals to BIL sine theta, right? So from this formula, we can easily find out the value of force, right? Our next example is example number 11. C. In a chamber, a uniform magnetic field of 6.5 Gauss. So magnetic field B is equals to 6.5 Gauss. So 6.5 Gauss. We know that 1 Gauss is equals to 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. So 6.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla is maintained. An electron is shot into the field with a speed of 4.8 into 10 raised to 6 meter per second, normal to the field. So here the speed is given V 4.8 into 10 raised to 6 meter per second. Explain why the path of electron is a circle. We already discussed that why the path of electron is circle, because the direction of V and B are perpendicular, right? Now determine the radius of a circular orbit. So we have to find out the value of radius R, right? Here the mass of electron is given 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 and charge is given. So we already know the formula of radius. R is equals to mv upon qb. Value of mass of electron 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31. Velocity 4.8 into 10 raised to 6. Charge 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. Magnetic field 6.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. Right? So if you solve this ratio, then you can easily find out the value of radius, that is R is equals to 4.2 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter, right? So the radius is 4.2 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter, right? So this is very easy example. We know the value of magnetic field, velocity, mass and value of charge. We have to find out radius, so we know the formula R is equals to mv upon qb, right? So after putting the values of m, v, q and b, we get radius R is equals to 4.2 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter, right? Now our next example, that is example number 12. In exercise number 11, obtain the frequency of revolution of the electron in its circular orbit. So here we have to find out the value of frequency, right? And does the answer depend on the speed of electron? Explain. First of all, we find the frequency. We know the formula of frequency. F is equals to qb upon 2 pi m, right? Here we know the value of charge Q, 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. Magnetic field 6.5 Gauss, so 6.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 upon 2. Value of pi 3.14. M, mass of electron 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31. So if you calculate this, then you get frequency F is equals to 18.2 into 10 raised to 6. 18.2 into 10 raised to 6 hertz. Right? So here the frequency will be 18.2 into 10 raised to 6 hertz. Once again, we have to find out the value of frequency. So we already know the formula of frequency. F is equals to QB upon 2 pi m. We know the value of charge, magnetic field and mass of electron. So after putting the values of Q, B, pi and m, we get frequency 18.2 into 10 raised to 6 hertz, or we can say 18.2 megahertz. Now, see, does the answer depend on the speed of the electron? Here, see the formula of frequency. F is equals to QB upon 2 pi m. So in this formula, there will be no speed, or we can say velocity. So we can say that frequency does not depend on the speed, right? So the answer will be frequency does not depend on the speed of the electron, right? We can say that from the formula of frequency, because F is equals to QB upon 2 pi m, right? So here there will be no term of speed, or we can say velocity. So frequency does not depend on the speed of electron. Okay friends, thank you.